The Magic of Thinking Big is a powerful guide that equips readers with the tools and mindset necessary to transform their self-doubt into unwavering confidence, ultimately paving the way toward achieving their personal and professional dreams. We'll cover the entire book in just a few minutes. Chapter 1. Believe you can succeed, and you will. Imagine setting off on a road trip to a destination you've never visited. What's the first thing you do? You map out your route, right? Well, the journey to success is no different. Your belief in your ability to navigate that journey is your guiding compass. If you don't believe you can reach your destination, it's like driving without a map. You're likely to get lost. In focusing on self-belief, we uncover the powerful truth that believing in your success isn't just feel-good fluff. It's a fundamental cornerstone for achieving your personal and professional goals. Think about it. Each time you question your abilities, you unwittingly throw a wrench in your own engine. Self-doubt can act like a fog that obscures the path to your aspirations, making it harder to see even the most obvious opportunities. Now, let's consider this. Success stems from embracing a mindset drenched in positivity and the belief that you have what it takes to excel. When you maintain a positive outlook, you're not only more likely to take action, but also more likely to persist in the face of challenges. That's the sweet spot where growth happens. The journey of success isn't anchored in a singular event or achievement. It's about nurturing your belief over time. One of my favorite quotes captures this essence perfectly. To be important, we must think we are important. Really think so? Then others will think so too. What we believe about ourselves sets the stage for what others believe about us, and more importantly, what we achieve. So how do you cultivate this unwavering belief in your potential? Start small every day. Each morning, take a moment to look in the mirror and affirm your capabilities. Picture yourself succeeding at whatever lies ahead. And as you make this a daily ritual, pair it with a commitment to banishing negative self-talk. When those pesky doubts creep in, challenge them. Counter each negative thought with a positive affirmation, letting it resonate until it replaces self-doubt. Lastly, the company you keep matters deeply on this journey. Surrounding yourself with positive influences, friends, mentors, or groups that uplift you is crucial. A supportive circle helps reinforce that belief in your success, creating an environment ripe for growth and possibilities. Embracing self-belief is often the catalyst for extraordinary change. It's about laying that foundational belief that success isn't just possible. It's already beginning to unfold within you. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Chapter 2. Cure yourself of Excusitis, the failure disease. Let's talk about that silent saboteur lurking in our everyday lives. Excusitis. You might know it as the habit of crafting justifications for why things didn't work out. Whether it's the missed deadline or the unfulfilled ambitions, excusitis is more than just an occasional slip. It can become a deeply entrenched disease that stifles growth and dulls potential. Picture this. Someone who dreams of launching a business but hesitates, citing a lack of resources or time. These statements, while sounding reasonable, can morph into a comfortable blanket of complacency. So, how do we tackle this? The first step is recognizing and confronting the excuses that hold us back. It's often easier to blame external factors like the economy or a tough job market than to look inward. But consider this. Taking full responsibility for our actions, or lack thereof, is like unlocking a door to opportunity. It's that moment when we pivot from being a passive observer in our lives to an active participant. Imagine reflecting on a challenge you faced successfully in the past. Maybe there was a time when you felt overwhelmed, yet you pushed through and achieved your goal. That experience can serve as a powerful motivator. You start to realize that, despite the myriad of valid reasons to falter, you chose to press on, transforming potential excuses into fuel for determination. It's about connecting those dots and using them as lessons instead of barriers. Now, let's get practical. Take a moment to jot down the excuses that tend to creep into your mind, those comforting little lies that hold you hostage. Once you have that list, dedicate time to tackle them head on. What is the truth behind each excuse? Acknowledging these patterns lays a solid foundation for change. Also, embrace the idea that legitimate excuses might always be there, but they shouldn't be a crutch. Adopting a mindset where you view excuses as the enemy of turning possibilities into reality can be transformative. When you commit to taking responsibility for your choices and their outcomes, you not only dispel the fog of excusitis, but also illuminate your path forward. Turning accountability from a burden into a powerful tool can shift your narrative from "I can't" to "I will." Taking a stand against excusitis isn't just about eliminating obstacles. It's about forging onward, empowered by the responsibility we take for our choices. When you start seeing every challenge as an opportunity to rise rather than a reason to retreat, you'll find that the possibilities are endless. Chapter 3. Build confidence and destroy fear. Picture yourself in a room full of people. You notice someone speaking passionately, their eyes scanning the audience, engaging with everyone around them. Now imagine being that person. It's not just about the words they're saying, it's the confidence radiating from them. Confidence can feel elusive, especially when fear creeps in. But here's the good news. It's something we can actively cultivate. Consider this. Confidence isn't just an innate trait. It's a skill that can be developed through deliberate practice and positive actions. Let's break that down. Think about maintaining eye contact. It's a small yet powerful action that communicates honesty and assertiveness. When you're looking someone in the eye, it shows them that you are present, engaged, and confident in what you have to say. Conversely, when you avoid eye contact or adopt shrinking behaviors, like crossing your arms or looking down, you inadvertently tell yourself and others that you're not confident. Now, let's talk about speaking up. Every time you voice your thoughts in a discussion, you're flexing your confidence muscle. Start small. Maybe it's in a meeting where you challenge yourself to share at least one idea. Each time you do, know that you're not just contributing to the conversation, you're building your self-assurance. It's like taking a vitamin. Every bit contributes to your overall health, and in this case, your mental health. Setting small, achievable goals can also pave the way for a confidence overhaul. Whether it's making eye contact with a colleague or voicing an opinion in class, these incremental wins over time compound into something much larger. Celebrate these moments. Recognizing your progress reinforces the notion that you are capable, which curtails fear. So ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today to enhance your confidence? Maybe it's something as simple as greeting someone with a smile and eye contact, or voicing your thoughts the next time you find yourself in a group. Remember, confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being true to yourself and owning your space. Each small act accumulates, helping you dismantle the barriers of fear that have been holding you back. Embrace these opportunities to express yourself, and before you know it, you'll notice a shift not just in how others perceive you, but, more importantly, in how you feel about yourself. Chapter 4. How to Think Big. Let's dive into a powerful concept. The size of your thoughts directly propels the size of your accomplishments. Think about it for a moment. Your mindset shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that your ideas are limited, inevitably your actions will mirror that limitation. You might recall times when self-doubt crept in, making you shy away from opportunities. That's self-deprecation. It can be a real growth stunter. Imagine if, instead, you focused on evaluating your strengths. This shift not only fosters ambition, but unlocks your potential to think bigger. Here's where visualization enters the picture. Big thinkers don't just dream, They create elaborate mental images of their goals. Let's say you want to start a business or even a project. Instead of framing it as just a side hustle, imagine it as a thriving enterprise that impacts countless lives. Picture every detail, where your office is, the team you lead, and the satisfaction you derive from achieving your vision. This kind of positive imagery doesn't just keep you motivated, it also breeds innovative solutions as you navigate through challenges. To harness this creative energy, let's talk about actionable steps. First, grab a journal or open a document on your device. List your strengths undeniably. Recognize that these aren't just trivial points. They're your launching pad. And don't stop there. Pay attention to those who have succeeded despite their shortcomings. Their journeys serve as powerful reminders that limitation often exists only in our minds. Next, visualize your goals as ambitious and attainable, framing them as stepping stones to a larger context. For example, if you want to improve your public speaking skills, instead of settling for, "I'd like to get better," think, "I am becoming a compelling speaker who commands attention." Language is crucial here. Replace small, limiting phrases with expansive ones that echo potential. Each time you catch yourself thinking small, flip it into a grander vision. Doing this creates a habit of positive thinking and shifts your entire approach to success. By embodying this larger perspective, you're not just dreaming, you're actively paving the way for circumstances that reflect your heightened aspirations. As you embark on this journey, remember, people are measured by the size of their thinking. So think big and don't sell yourself short. Chapter 5. How to Think and Dream Creatively. Imagine for a moment how often we confine ourselves to a box of conventional thinking. It's so easy to fall into the trap of believing there's only one way to tackle a problem. But what if we flipped that narrative? Creative thinking is like a gym for the mind. It's not something you're born with, but a skill you can develop and strengthen through practice. Just as fitness requires regular workouts to build muscle, nurturing your ability to think creatively demands consistent engagement with new ideas and experiences. The first step is to foster a belief that challenges aren't roadblocks, but opportunities to unlock new solutions. Think about it. When faced with a tough situation, what if you approached it with the mindset that there's always a way forward? Believing that something can be done sets your mind into motion, like a train leaving the station, gathering speed as it builds momentum. It all begins with that simple shift, acknowledging that there's not just one, but many ways to navigate through challenges. Engaging with diverse perspectives is another crucial piece of this puzzle. When you converse with people from various backgrounds, you're not just collecting ideas, you're enriching your own thought process. Each voice adds a layer of complexity and flavor to your understanding, opening up pathways to innovative solutions you might never have considered. Picture it as mixing different colors on a canvas. The more diverse the palette, the more vivid and compelling the final artwork. Now, let's get practical. Set aside regular time for brainstorming. Grab a notebook and jot down every idea that comes to mind, no matter how outlandish. This isn't just about coming up with perfect solutions. It's about stretching your creative muscles, allowing your mind to wander and explore. Start small. Tackle daily challenges like planning a meal or organizing your space with a creative twist. In essence, it's about nurturing a mindset designed for innovation, one where belief in solutions ignites your creativity and encountering diverse thoughts lights up your imagination. With practice, you'll find that thinking and dreaming creatively opens up a world of possibilities just waiting to be explored. Chapter 6. You are what you think you are. Imagine for a second walking into a room and instantly feeling like you belong there, exuding confidence and allure. It's not just about how you are perceived by others, it starts from within. The powerful notion that you are what you think you are sets the stage for how you carry yourself and, consequently, how others respond to you. Your self-perception isn't merely an internal dialogue. It's a dynamic force shaping your interactions and success in life. Let's take a closer look at self-respect. Think about someone you admire, perhaps a mentor or a leader. What do they project? Confidence, poise, and a belief in their own value. When you respect yourself, others are more likely to respect you too. This isn't just about arrogance, it's about genuine self-worth. How you present yourself is a silent communicator. Your appearance talks. When you put in the effort to look pulled together, you send a message to the world that says, "I take myself seriously. You should too." This is where positive self-image comes into play. A positive self-image isn't fluff, it's a catalyst for action. When you view yourself positively, you're more inclined to take steps that align with your aspirations. So, what can you do? Start by consciously improving your appearance. This doesn't mean overhauling your wardrobe or changing who you are, but rather choosing subtle adjustments that make you feel good, wearing clothes that fit well, grooming, or even standing a bit taller. Next, make room for self-reflection. Regularly check in with yourself. Ask, what beliefs about myself are serving me and what beliefs are holding me back? It's essential to dispel negative thoughts and replace them with affirmations that reinforce your worth. Lastly, practice engaging with others confidently. Each interaction is a chance to reinforce your belief in your own significance. The more you engage positively, the more you solidify that identity. So, visualize the next interaction you have. Carry yourself as if you already possess that confidence and watch how your demeanor shifts. It's not just about thinking differently, it's about acting differently and feeling different. Chapter 7. Manage your environment. Go first class. Imagine stepping into a vibrant, bustling cafe that radiates positivity. The warm colors, the hum of uplifting conversations, and the aroma of fresh coffee invigorate your senses. Now think about this. The spaces you occupy and the people you interact with create a powerful backdrop for your life. This chapter dives deep into how our environment shapes our behavior and mindset. Just like the cafe, your surroundings can either energize you or pull you down. We've all experienced the influence of our environment. When you're surrounded by vibrant, ambitious individuals, you start to adopt their mindset. It's not just about having a circle of friends. It's about surrounding yourself with people who are moving forward in life, who inspire you to elevate your own game. Remember the quote, "People who are going places should be surrounded by people who are going places." This isn't just nice advice, it's a call to action. Evaluate your current surroundings. Are they supporting your growth or dragging you down? Think of your environment as a garden. What types of plants and weeds are present? By intentionally curating a space filled with positivity and ambition, you can elevate your own standards. But this isn't just about people. It's about the standards you set for your experiences. Have you ever dined in a place that felt second-rate? Maybe the service was lacking, or the ambiance didn't inspire. That's a subtle reminder that mediocrity doesn't just affect your meal. It can seep into your work, your relationships, and your self-perception. Make a commitment to experience high-quality standards in every area of your life. Whether it's choosing a workspace that fosters creativity or setting boundaries with those who drain your energy. Reflect regularly on how your environment impacts your mood, productivity, and motivation. Take a moment now. How does each environment make you feel? Does it uplift you, or does it feel like a weight? Journal about these reflections. They'll provide insights on where to focus your energy as you curate the life you want to lead. Ultimately, elevating your standards isn't just about getting more, it's about becoming more. When you go first class in your environment, be it through relationships, workspaces, or personal experiences, you pave the path to a life that's rich, fulfilling, and aligned with your aspirations. Chapter 8. Make your attitudes your allies. Imagine waking up every day, viewing the world through a lens that transforms every challenge into an opportunity. That's what a positive attitude allows us to do. It's not just about wearing rose-colored glasses. It's about actively shaping how we perceive our circumstances and how we respond to them. When we recognize that our attitude is one of the few things we can control, it becomes a powerful ally in our journey towards success. Think back to a time when you faced a setback. Was your initial instinct to see it as a failure, or did you find a way to pivot and learn from it? Successful individuals tend to see the glass as half full rather than half empty. This foundational belief doesn't diminish the reality of difficulties. Instead, it empowers them to tackle problems with a mindset geared towards growth and resilience. It's an active choice, one that takes intention and practice. Cultivating an attitude of gratitude is a crucial component of this mindset. Research shows that when we focus on what we appreciate, we not only shift our mood, but also improve our mental and emotional health. It's easy to get caught up in the whirlwind of negativity, but by choosing gratitude, we create a buffer against the challenges life throws at us. Try this. Every morning, take a moment to list 3 things you're grateful for. This simple ritual can deeply alter your perspective throughout the day. Of course, we all have negative thoughts that creep in, but the key is to recognize them without judgment. When you catch yourself spiraling into negativity, ask yourself, what constructive alternative can I focus on instead? This practice encourages us to consciously replace those unhelpful thoughts with something that uplifts us. It's not about denying reality, but rather reframing it in a way that serves us better. Surrounding ourselves with positive inputs can also enhance our overall attitude. From books to podcasts to uplifting conversations, the messages we consume shape our outlook. Deliberately seek out content that inspires you and fosters positivity. When our environment is rich with positivity, it becomes easier to maintain that attitude ourselves. Always remember, your attitude is your most significant asset. By intentionally choosing to cultivate a positive mindset, you can transform challenges into stepping stones, setting yourself on a path to success and resilience. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Chapter 9. Think right toward people. When you look around, how do you perceive the people at your workplace, in your community, or even in your personal life? Do you see them primarily as colleagues, competitors, or perhaps a blend of both? What if you shifted that perspective slightly? Consider the idea of viewing others as allies instead of adversaries. This simple change can not only enrich your own experiences, but also enhance the interactions you have every day. Picture a scenario where someone at work gives you feedback on a project. Instead of taking it as criticism, what if you interpreted it as an opportunity for growth? It's in these seemingly small shifts of mindset that we start to cultivate an environment of support and camaraderie. It's believed that people are more alike, much more alike, than they are different. This understanding creates a foundation for collaboration that can drive innovation and create stronger relationships. Engaging meaningfully with others is a practice rooted in empathy. Think about the last time you truly listened to someone without the intention of responding immediately. Did you notice how that deepened your connection? Active listening, paying attention to what someone says while bearing in mind their emotions and motivations, can amplify your rapport with them. This isn't just about being polite. It's about creating an atmosphere where everyone feels valued. And let's not overlook the simple yet powerful act of giving compliments. Recognizing the hard work and success of others fosters a cycle of appreciation that can transform interactions. Let's take a moment to reflect on perceptions we may hold. If there are individuals you find challenging, can you identify the root of those feelings? Instead of staying entrenched in negativity, challenge yourself to look for admirable traits in them. This dedication to fostering appreciation can be liberating. It opens doors for collaboration where you might have only seen barriers before. So, as you move forward from this point, might you take this challenge? The next time you find yourself in a discussion, listen intently, find something to appreciate, and acknowledge it. You might be surprised by the positive ripple effects that emerge from simply thinking right toward people. Chapter 10. Get the action habit. Imagine standing at the edge of a pool on a sweltering summer day. You can see others enjoying the water's refreshing embrace, but you hesitate. You know that diving in will bring a thrill, but that first leap feels daunting. This scenario mirrors our approach to taking action in life. Faced with tasks, opportunities, and goals, it's easy to linger on the edge. Procrastination whispers insidiously, sowing seeds of doubt. But here's the vital truth. Action is the antidote. When we embrace the action habit, we don't just prepare for success, we manifest it. Moving forward, even with small steps, transforms our mindset and energy. Think of how many opportunities pass us by while we wait for the perfect moment, that golden hour when everything aligns. The truth is, the perfect moment rarely arrives. Instead, we need to cultivate a habit of acting immediately. As the saying goes, action cures fear, inaction strengthens it. Each moment we allow ourselves to freeze in uncertainty makes it harder to push ourselves forward. So, how do we break this cycle of hesitation? Start by committing to immediate action, whether it's tackling a task you've been putting off or taking that first step toward a larger goal. It doesn't have to be monumental. Even a small, tangible action, like sending that email you've been postponing, will create ripples of momentum. To build your action habit, break down your goals into manageable steps. Consider this. Instead of viewing your ambition as a massive mountain to climb, start by identifying the first boulder you can roll. Document these steps and prioritize them in your daily routine. Visualize your day as a series of actionable moments rather than an endless to-do list. Opportunities often appear like fleeting shadows, and fostering an action-oriented mindset enables us to seize them before they vanish. Each time you act promptly on an emerging opportunity, you reinforce the habit, and cultivating an environment where growth thrives. The road to success is indeed filled with steps of action, and it's only by consistently taking those steps that we can truly find our footing. Now, let's pause and challenge ourselves. What's one small action you can take today to propel you forward? Reflect on it and allow that thought to spark your next move. Chapter 11. How to turn defeat into victory. Imagine for a moment that every setback you encounter is like a teacher in disguise, ready to offer you insights and wisdom that can lead to a brighter path ahead. That's the essence of turning defeat into victory. It's a profound shift in perspective, seeing challenges as fertile ground for growth rather than roadblocks. We've all experienced moments where things didn't go our way, whether it was a failed project, an unfulfilled goal, or a relationship that didn't pan out. The key lies in how we respond to these moments. When we encounter defeat, our instinct may be to sulk or retreat. But embracing this notion that defeat is merely the opportunity to begin again, this time more intelligently, is what can set us apart. Think of a time you faced a difficult situation. What did you learn from it? Often, our most profound lessons come from our lowest points. This is where resilience kicks in, allowing us not just to endure, but to thrive amidst adversity. The beauty of reframing setbacks is that it empowers us to extract valuable lessons and grow from our experiences. Consider the famous saying, "What matters is not how many times you fall, but how many times you get back up." It's a reminder that persistence through challenges is critical for achieving long-term success. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about navigating through it. So, what can you do when you face a setback? First, take a moment to reflect on the experience. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? This reflection isn't meant to be punitive. It's about constructive criticism, digging deep to draw out lessons that can arm you for your next attempt. Next, channel your inner resilience. Make a commitment to keep pushing forward, no matter how daunting the obstacles may seem. Remember, every time you push through difficulty, you're not just bouncing back. You're building a stronger foundation for the future. Finally, don't underestimate the power of sharing your journey. Talk to others about your defeats and the lessons gleaned from them. When you do this, you create a sense of community and support. You might find that your story resonates with someone else who's facing a similar challenge, and together, you'll be able to navigate these turbulent waters more effectively. In essence, transforming defeat into victory is about embracing resilience, learning from our experiences, and connecting with others. It's about realizing that the road to success is often paved with setbacks, each one a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Chapter 12. Use goals to help you grow. Picture this. You're on a journey, but instead of a map, you're just wandering. It's easy to get lost, right? That's how life can feel without clear goals. Goals are like the compass that guides us along the path of personal growth. They give us direction, purpose, and, let's be honest, some much-needed motivation when things get tough. Now, let's talk about the kind of goals that really make a difference. Think about it. If you only set goals that are easily achievable, you might feel good at first, but you could plateau pretty quickly. On the other hand, if you only aim for the stars without a sturdy plan, you might find yourself feeling overwhelmed or disheartened during the journey. This is where the magic happens, striking a balance between achievable goals and aspirational ones. Aspirational goals are those grand visions of what we want to achieve. They're the dreams that get our hearts racing. Achievable goals, however, are the stepping stones that help us move toward those dreams without feeling lost or discouraged. The beauty of setting clear and actionable goals is that they force us to confront what we truly desire. Start by writing down your goals, both short-term and long-term. Make them specific and measurable. Instead of saying, "I want to get fit," try, "I will exercise for 30 minutes, 5 days a week." This turn of phrase transforms a vague wish into a clear action plan. But here's the kicker. Goals are not static. They require regular reflection and revision. Life changes, and so can your aspiration. Maybe your initial goals don't align anymore with where you are in life, and that's perfectly okay. Periodically check in with your goals to ensure they still resonate with your growth and ambition. Adjust them as necessary, like tuning a musical instrument. You want to stay in harmony with your journey. And if you really want to amplify your commitment to your goals, share them with someone you trust. This creates a layer of accountability that's incredibly motivating. When someone else knows what you're striving for, it adds a sense of responsibility and encouragement to keep pressing forward. So grab that pen and paper, or pull up your favorite note-taking app. Let's get those dreams on paper and turn them into actionable steps. Remember, goals put a human being on the road to success. Without them, you're like a ship without a rudder, adrift and aimless. Chapter 13. How to think like a leader. Imagine stepping into a room where every person feels uplifted, inspired, and motivated to contribute their best work. That's the kind of environment great leaders cultivate, and it all begins with adopting a leadership mindset. At its core, thinking like a leader is about embracing a compelling vision and communicating it clearly, rallying others to join you on this journey. Think of some iconic leaders you admire. What stands out? Often, it's their ability to listen. Great leaders aren't just front and center. They have a unique talent for tuning into their team's thoughts, concerns, and aspirations. They listen actively, showing genuine interest in what others have to say. This builds trust, creates open lines of communication, and fosters a sense of belonging. Reflect for a moment. How often do you listen to truly understand rather than just to respond? Shifting your focus to active listening can open doors to deeper connections and better team dynamics. And then there's adaptability. In a world that's constantly changing, leadership isn't just about sticking to a predetermined plan. It's about recognizing when to pivot. Great leaders assess situations, embrace change, and adjust their approach when needed. This isn't about abandoning your vision. It's about refining it in response to new information or feedback. When you foster this adaptability in yourself, you send a powerful message to your team. It's okay to adjust course, think creatively, and innovate together. Now, let's talk teamwork. The best leaders know that they don't achieve success alone. By encouraging collaboration, they create an environment where everyone feels valued and inspired to contribute. This means sharing the spotlight and celebrating not just individual successes, but team achievements. Every small win gets amplified when shared. It creates a shared sense of pride and accomplishment, reinforcing everyone's commitment to the collective vision. So, what's your next step? Start by articulating a clear vision for both your personal and professional life. What do you want to achieve? Once you have that vision, communicate it. Let those around you see what's possible and invite them to join you. Engage actively with your team. Ask questions, listen sincerely, and be open to their perspectives. As you practice these leadership principles, you'll find your confidence growing, and so will your influence over others. Remember, leaders think about goals, while managers think about processes. Use this distinction to elevate your mindset and watch how you naturally inspire those around you.